Stop panicking, stop living in fear, and stop listening to bad advice telling you that African folktales are dead on YouTube.
Right now, thousands of storytelling creators are living in absolute terror. You wake up every morning scared to open your dashboard, fearing that dreaded message from YouTube saying your channel was rejected or demonetized for reused content.
When you search for help, people give you confusing advice that leaves you frustrated. They tell you to abandon your niche,
stop telling trending stories, or never use AI tools again.
Today, I want you to breathe. Listen to me clearly. My student runs an African folktale channel.
Under my guidance, they applied for monetization just days ago and were approved in less than 12 hours. No rejections, no delays, just pure green dollar signs. Why? Because we did not use cheap shortcuts. We followed the exact system that YouTube's human reviewers actually want to see.
In this 3-part series, I am giving you the exact blueprint we used to pass human review on the very first try.
Today, in part 1, we're breaking down what YouTube actually means by reused content, specifically for our storytelling niche.
I am going to expose the dangerous traps making creators lose their channels right now.
And show you how to protect yours. If your channel has already been rejected, don't worry.
We will cover exactly how to clean up your channel, what to delete, and how to fix it in part 3.
For now, hit that subscribe button and let's fix your channel's foundation.
Before we look at the traps, let us define these words simply so you know exactly what the rules are. What does reused mean? It means taking something that already exists and using it again. What is content? On social media, content is any digital material like videos, audio, or text made to entertain or educate an audience. Therefore, reused content is any material you upload that is not clearly your own original creation because it already exists on YouTube or another platform. Let us find the official policy together. Open your browser and search for YouTube Channel Monetization Policies Help Center. Select the official link from support.google. Scroll down until you see the section titled Follow Our Program Policies. When you open that drop-down menu, you will see their guidelines. Our focus for today is reused content. Under the reused content section, here is exactly what YouTube states. Reused content refers to channels that repurpose content that is already on YouTube or another online source without adding significant original commentary, substantive modifications, or educational or entertainment value. To find out whether your content is reused, our reviewers will check your channel to understand how you created, participated, or produced your content. Look at that. YouTube explicitly states that their reviewers look at your channel as a whole. If they can't clearly tell that a real human being put active effort into making the videos, you won't get paid. But notice the magic words. You are allowed to use existing topics or materials provided you add significant original commentary or substantive modifications. What does YouTube mean by repurpose? In the online world, repurposing means taking an existing video and recycling it into new formats, like slicing a long video into vertical YouTube shorts or turning video audio into a podcast. YouTube allows this, but only if you add your own human touch to transform it. Let us clear up the biggest myth in our community right now. Many creators think reused content means, someone else already made a video about a pregnant mermaid or the billionaire and the village girl. If I make a video on that same topic, YouTube will punish me. This is 100% false. Our African folk tales and trending themes are public domain. They belong to our history and our culture. No single YouTuber owns the concept of a village king or a mermaid. Think about it like this. Right now, thousands of creators have made tutorials about YouTube reused content. I am teaching it to you too, but am I doing it the same way? No. I am teaching it specifically for the African storytelling community, using our own cultural experiences. Because my perspective and execution are entirely different, this video is 100% original. It is the same for your stories. Imagine a traditional village square. 5 different elders can sit down and tell the exact same story. Each elder brings their own voice, their own dialogue, and their own drama. That is original storytelling, and YouTube loves it. But if an elder sits down by the fire, plays a tape recording of another village's elder, and does not add anything of his own, the villagers will walk away. That tape recording is what YouTube calls reused content. You can jump on any viral trend, but you must use different scenes, different visuals, and your own unique drama. So, how do creators fail this? That brings us to the first deadly trap. The number one reason why so many African storytelling channels are losing their monetization right now is the paraphrase trap. Many internet gurus teach a very bad strategy. They tell you, just find a folktale video that has millions of views, copy the text, dump it into an AI tool like Grammarly or Quillbot to change the words, use AI to make some images, and upload. Let me pull back the curtain and show you how easily a human reviewer catches this trick. I am going to use a short story from my own channel, Learn with Emnet. Watch me copy the text of this story. Now that I have the text, I will open an online paraphrasing tool. I will use Grammarly for this demo. I will paste my story inside and click the button. Look at what the new text it generated on the right side of the screen. Let us look at what the computer actually did here so you can understand the trap. My original script said, "In the deep heart of the sea, where moonlight kisses the waves, lived a mermaid named Marina." The computer changed it to, "In the ocean's depth, where the moonlight caresses the waves, there lived a mermaid named Marina." Do you see the trick? The computer did not create a new story. It just swapped my words for different words that mean the exact same thing. Seriously, paraphrasing means taking another person's creative story, keeping their exact plan, and just using a computer tool to rewrite the sentences. The main goal of this method is to steal someone else's idea, but twist the words a bit so it looks different. Look at the next line. My original writing said, "One night, a fisherman, weary and desperate, cast his net too deep and pulled out a glowing pearl." The computer version says, "One evening, a fisherman, weary and desperate, cast his net too far and reeled in a radiant pearl." The tool is just playing a word-swapping game, but the soul of the story still belongs to me. Some creators think they are clever by changing the character names, but the way the story flows, the drama, and the big surprises will still happen at the exact same seconds as the original video. This is exactly what YouTube calls low-effort, mass-produced, recycled material. If an online teacher shows you a shortcut that is not honest, run away from it. One creator actually reached out to me for help, asking me to review his channel to see what he was doing right and what he was doing wrong. We started working together, optimizing his channel descriptions, tags, and overall setup. But along the line, I noticed some trending stories on his channel that looked suspicious. When I called his attention to it, he admitted he just used a paraphrasing tool because his online teacher told him that changing the sentences makes it 100% safe. I strongly warned him to take those videos down immediately, but he ignored my advice. Months later, he called me back crying because YouTube rejected his channel for reused content. To show you how bad paraphrasing really is, you need to understand that even a regular folktale viewer can easily identify original content from a copied story. If a human being watching your video can easily tell that you just twisted someone else's script, how much more a trained YouTube reviewer whose literal job is to catch copycats? It is always better to be slow and sure than to be fast and fail. Changing words is not original writing. Now, how will the YouTube reviewer actually know that creator B copied creator A? When you apply for monetization, a real human reviewer checks your channel. They do not just watch your videos. They review your video transcripts, your titles, and your descriptions. YouTube's background system automatically processes the text of every script uploaded. When you use a paraphrasing tool, the machine changes individual words, but it keeps the exact same order of ideas. So when the automated system flags this repetition, the human reviewer steps in. They will see that your plot moves the exact same way, your scenes change at the exact same pacing, and the creative blueprint belongs to someone else. The reviewer will know instantly that you did not use your own imagination. You just used a computer program to give someone else's hard work a cheap paint job. Because YouTube explicitly states in their policy that they check your videos, descriptions, titles, and thumbnails to see how you participated in creating the content, they will flag you for reused content and reject your monetization immediately. If you want to tell a trending story, you must close the other person's video, open a blank piece of paper, and write the script completely from your own head.
Let us move to another massive area of fear. Your background music and traditional sounds like the flute or the Ogene. Many creators ask me, if I download a free traditional flute track and 100 other channels use that same track, will I get flagged for reused content? Let me give you 100% reassurance. No, you do not need to panic. YouTube will not ban your channel just because you use a shared background track. Think about it. Look at our local news stations like Channels TV, or look at Nollywood Village movies. Multiple Nollywood movies use the exact same sorrowful flute track when a character is crying. Does YouTube delete them? No. Shared audio assets are fully allowed because YouTube knows creators use public libraries. What matters is the unique human voice and the active video editing you place on top of that music. To stay safe, follow these 2 simple rules. First, the volume rule. Your music must respect your voiceover. When your narrator is speaking, lower the music volume so it sits quietly. When the narrator pauses, swell the music up slightly. If you just dump a flat, loud, unedited audio loop that never changes volume, it looks like a robot made it. Let me show you a practical example of how to do this inside CapCut. So, we already have our video clip sitting on the timeline right here. Now, let us bring in our narrator's voiceover. Next, we will add our background track, in this case, an African village flute. I want this flute track to start first, playing over the animations for a short introduction before the narrator begins speaking. To make the sound blend perfectly, I will use keyframes to control the volume. I'll add a keyframe right at the start of the flute track so the music plays at a normal, clear volume. Then right before the narrator is about to speak, I'll add a second keyframe and drop the volume down so the music sits quietly in the background. Look at the timeline. This is exactly how it should look.
In a town where the sun kissed the earth with fiery love, Sophie was the radiant jewel. Not just for her beauty, though that too could make the earth stand still.
Now, when the narrator takes a pause, we do not want dead silence. So right at that pause, I will add a third keyframe and a fourth one just a second later to raise the music volume back up slightly to fill the gap. This is how it looks once it's done.
Just for her beauty, though that too could make the earth stand still.
By using keyframes this way, you can easily control your audio levels. Whenever the narrator or characters are talking, your background music should always stay low and respectful.
In a town where the sun kissed the earth with fiery love, Sophie was the radiant jewel. Not just for her beauty, though that too could make the earth stand still. But for the
Important, take note. Do not be lazy here. Just because you now know how to use keyframes to lower your background audio, don't go and use one single audio track for all 100 of your videos. I only showed this flute demo so you would understand how to adjust and edit your audio using any music you want. If a human reviewer opens your channel and hears the exact same background music playing in every single video, you will look like a lazy bot account. Even if you obey the volume rule, YouTube will flag you for repetitive content and reject you. Build a library of different sounds and switch them up for every story. Second, the emotion rule. Your sounds must match the action. Don't just loop a 10-minute village night cricket file and walk away. If a scene shows rain, add a rain sound. Don't add a rain sound when the video shows a car moving. If a character gets startled or a king speaks with authority, that's the exact millisecond your Ogene drum should strike. If the action moves from a happy morning to a monster attack, fade out the peaceful flute and fade in heavy traditional war drums. This proves a human editor made active creative choices. Before we wrap up, scripts and music are not the only traps. Here are 3 other hidden ways creators get flagged. Stitching stolen clips. Downloading animations or clips from TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube and just stitching them together will get you flagged instantly. Simply adding a top 10 title without your own voiceover or facecam is a direct violation. Uploading identical content across multiple channels. If you own 2 different channels and upload the exact same video to both to double your views, YouTube's system will flag one for reused content, even though you own the file. A video can only be monetized on one channel. Lazy public domain footage. Finding copyright-free or historical clips online and uploading them exactly as they are without heavy editing, unique transitions, or your own narrative voice will get you demonetized. In a nutshell, the rule is simple. If a video does not feature your own genuine human effort, do not upload it. To wrap it all up, reused content simply means YouTube cannot find the human being behind the screen. If your script is paraphrased by a machine, your music is unedited, and you're just copying other people's blueprints, you look like a bot. But if you write your own scripts, mix your audio with care, and give trends your own creative spin, you are 100% safe.
Now you know how to beat the reuse content trap, but there's a second, even deadlier trap crashing African storytelling channels right now. It's called inauthentic and repetitive content. This is where you might be generating completely fresh, original AI images for every single video, but YouTube still rejects you because you fell into what I call the template trap. In part 2 of this series, I'm going to show you exactly how that template trap works and how my student bypassed it to get approved in 12 hours. Comment below. Has your channel ever been hit with a reused content flag? Let's talk in the comments. Hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.